Few songs capture the heart like Danny Boy. A melody full of longing, a story full of loss, and yet, no one is entirely sure where it came from. In this video, we're going to dive into the mysterious origins of Ireland's most beloved song. Danny Boy stands out as one of the most beloved and recognisable ballads in the English language, a song so deeply intertwined with Irish culture that it is often considered an unofficial anthem for Irish Americans and Irish Canadians. Its melancholic melody and poignant lyrics evoke a powerful sense of longing, departure, and a hopeful reunion, making it a perennial favourite for moments of deep emotion, particularly at funerals and memorial services. However, the history of Danny Boy is far more complex and surprising than its popular association might suggest, marked by mysteries surrounding its ancient tune and the unexpected origins of its famed lyrics. This video will serve as a comprehensive deep dive into the song Danny Boy, tracing its origins from its enigmatic melody to its modern perception, exploring its meaning, widespread usage, and enduring cultural impact. The foundation of Danny Boy's emotional power lies in its beautiful and haunting melody, famously known as the Londonderry air. The story of how this tune came to be widely known begins in 1851 in Limavady, County Derry, Northern Ireland. A woman named Jane Ross is credited with first collecting the melody. She reportedly heard an unnamed travelling fiddler playing the unique tune on a street in Limavady on a market day. Recognising its beauty, Ross asked if she could notate the music for a friend in Dublin called George Petrie, who was dedicated to preserving the ancient music of Ireland. Petrie, who was well known for Irish musical preservation, then published Ross's transcription in his 1855 book, The Ancient Music of Ireland. In his publication, Petrie noted that the tune was an anonymous air and gratefully acknowledged Ross for placing her large collection of popular unpublished melodies at his disposal. He specifically described it as an air from the county of Londonderry, which eventually led to its widely accepted title, the Londonderry air. Regrettably, the name of the fiddler who played the tune for Jane Ross was never recorded, and he may forever remain anonymous. The origin of the Londonderry air itself, however, has long been shrouded in mystery, as it seemed to appear out of nowhere in Petrie's collection. With no other collectors encountering it, various theories and discoveries have since emerged, attempting to trace its earlier provenance. The first one, The Young Man's Dream. The melody we now associate with Danny Boy may have begun life as an Irish traditional air called The Young Man's Dream. This tune was documented in 1792 by Edward Bunting, a music collector and organist from Armagh. Bunting heard it performed by the celebrated harper Dennis Hempson of Magilligan, just a short distance from Jane Ross's later home in Limavady, where she would famously transcribe the Londonderry air. Bunting published this version in 1796, a general collection of the ancient Irish music. Some music historians believe Jane Ross may have recorded the tune incorrectly, as the rhythm she used, in 4/4 time, differs from other airs Hempson was known for playing, which often used 3/4 time. Separate from The Young Man's Dream itself, the first known lyrics to be paired with the melody were for a song called The Confession of Devorgilla, also known as O Shrive Me Father. Written by Edward Fitzsimmons and published in 1814, this version predates Danny Boy by nearly a century and shows how the tune was already evolving in the public sphere. Another theory credits the melody to Rory Dall, a 17th century Irish harpist who spent much of his life in Scotland. According to legend, the tune came to him in a dream, and also some suggest the melody originated in the Scottish Highlands. They pointed to the opening imagery of Danny Boy, from glen to glen and down the mountainside, noting that glens and mountainous landscapes are more characteristic of Scotland than most of Ireland, further muddying the tune's birthplace. Despite these debates about its precise birthplace, The tune stuck, becoming a melody for numerous songs throughout the late 19th century. The way Irish folk music blends and borrows from different traditions helps explain how a song with such uncertain origins could still become such an important part of Irish identity, as demonstrated by songs like Dirty Old Town, which was written by an Englishman about an English town but considered Irish because of its performers, and Leaving Liverpool as well. This is about a journey from England to California but sung by Irish audiences. The metric of an Irish folk song often has less to do with its origin and more to do with its listener and its absorption into the popular canon. Music has flowed freely between Ireland, Scotland and the rest of the UK for centuries, sharing enough qualities to make attempts at separation difficult and useless to try to separate. This inherent openness of Irish music allowed the Londonderry air to be embraced fully, regardless of its original provenance. The lyrics of Danny Boy were penned by an English lawyer and prolific lyricist, Frederick Edward Weatherly, 1848 to 1929. Weatherly, who was born and raised in Portishead, Somerset, England, was an exceptionally productive writer, estimated to have written the lyrics to at least 3,000 popular songs. Beyond Danny Boy, his other well-known works include the sentimental ballad The Holy City and the World War I song Roses of Picardy. Weatherly was a barrister by profession, practicing first in London and then in the west of England, and remained active as both an author and a lawyer until his death. Ironically, for a lyricist whose most famous work became so synonymous with Ireland, it is alleged that Weatherly himself had never actually visited Ireland. Weatherly initially wrote the words of Danny Boy in 1910, while living in Bath in Somerset. However, these original lyrics were set to a different tune and did not achieve much success. The pivotal moment for the song came in 1913, though some accounts suggest 1912, when Weatherly's Irish-born sister-in-law Margaret Enright Weatherly, also known as Jess, sent him a copy of the Londonderry air. Margaret, who was living in America, in Colorado, had heard the tune played by Irish railway workers or immigrants. A different story suggests Margaret actually sang the tune to him in person in 1912 with different lyrics. Regardless of the exact scenario, Margaret is widely credited with the crucial act of fusing together what would become one of history's most popular songs. Upon receiving the melody, Weatherly immediately recognised that his existing Danny Boy lyrics perfectly fit the rhyme and metre of the Londonderry air. He modified his lyrics to align with the tune, and the newly paired words and melody, published in 1913, achieved an instant success and became a worldwide hit. After the successful pairing of his lyrics with the Londonderry air, Frederick Weatherly entrusted the song to the English opera singer Elsie Griffin. Griffin, who lived from 1895 to 1989, known for her soprano roles in Savoy operas, played a crucial role in popularising Danny Boy. She began her career by entertaining British troops in France during World War I. Her stunning voice, coupled with the emotional lyrics, really hit these young homesick lads hard, making Danny Boy an instant smash and ensuring that everyone wanted to perform Danny Boy. John Arlott noted that her voice is preserved in the mind's ear of surviving 1914 to 1918 trench fodder as the voice for Danny Boy. The first recording of Danny Boy was made in 1915 by the Austrian-born opera singer Ernestine Schumann-Heink. Following this, the song's popularity soared. By 1940, Glenn Miller and his orchestra released a single that climbed to number 17 in Pop Memories 1890 to 1954. The song was clearly on its way to becoming a global phenomenon. Perhaps the greatest mystery surrounding Danny Boy is its precise meaning, as Weatherly never explicitly indicated his intent, leaving its interpretation open to decades of conjecture and debate. This very ambiguity, however, is a key to its universal appeal, allowing it to resonate deeply with people of many nationalities and faith, conveying a universal lament about separation and the finality of death, alongside the enduring power of love. Several popular interpretations of the song's meaning have emerged. One of the most common interpretations, the line the pipes are calling, evokes the image of war pipes rousing locals to action. Though this imagery is more traditionally Scottish than Irish, this reading suggests a parent bidding farewell to a son embarking on military service, expressing love and longing for his return. For many, especially within the Irish diaspora, the song resonates as a poignant cry for home and a loved one departing, symbolising displacement from one's country. The history of the diaspora is marked by ancestors driven out by force and famine, generational poverty, forced labour, religious discrimination, and the systematic loss of Irish language, religion, customs, law, dress, government and land. In this light, Danny Boy speaks to a collective cultural grief and longing for a lost homeland. Regardless of who Danny is or why they're leaving, the song conveys powerful feelings of loss, departure and even death, yet it is also uplifting. The soaring highest note on the words "Come ye back" offers a sense of hope for reunion. This mixture of sorrow and hope, especially the hope for life after death, has made the song resonate deeply, particularly within the Irish diaspora. Its emotional flexibility allows it to speak to anyone experiencing the pain of separation or loss, making it a universal lament. This profound emotional depth aligns with the broader characterization of Irish folk music, which is often described as the most human, most varied, most poetical and most imaginative in the world, and particularly rich in tunes which imply considerable sympathetic sensitiveness. While Irish music certainly celebrates joy and humour, a high volume of popular Irish songs, especially those embraced by the American Irish diaspora, are deeply mournful, sad and nostalgic, often focusing on themes of death, famine, civil war and unrequited love, such as Molly Malone, The Fields of Athenry and The Parting Glass. Danny Boy fits perfectly into this tradition, embodying Irish love, beauty and grief, and its proliferation at funerals speaks deeply to the role of Irish music in mourning. It meets the expectation that Irish music be mournful, connects with cultural nostalgia, and expresses a niche blend of sorrow, nostalgia and hope. Despite its complex and undeniably English lyrical origin, Danny Boy has been so thoroughly embraced by Irish culture that it is widely perceived as an integral and authentic part of the Irish musical canon. Its association with the Londonderry air, believed to be ancient and collected for the preservation of Irish music, gave it cultural legitimacy that resonated with movements to revive ancient Irish culture, particularly during the early 20th century leading up to the 1916 Easter Rising. It became a conspicuous element of the canon of Irish songs in popular imagination. The song's usage is perhaps most notable at funerals and memorial services, where it has become a deeply cherished, albeit secular tradition. A retired Irish-American police officer, Charlie McKenna, famously declared, "I want Danny Boy sung at my funeral mass, and if it isn't, I'm going to get up and walk out." Its popularity at funerals is so profound that it is second only to Amazing Grace. It is particularly prevalent in public memorials for police and firefighters, careers often synonymous with Irish American history. However, this immense popularity has led to an interesting irony. The secular song's widespread use prompted many Catholic dioceses in America to ban it from being sung during Mass, as it is not an official part of the ceremony. Opera singers like Mario Lanza, Ernestine Schumann-Heink and Renee Fleming have performed Danny Boy. Fleming notably sang it at the memorial service for US Senator John McCain in 2018 at his personal request, honouring his Irish ancestry. Crooners and popular vocalists such as Bing Crosby, Judy Garland, Harry Belafonte, Frank Patterson, Jim Reeves, Andy Williams, John Gary, Jackie Wilson, Ray Price, Roy Orbison and Harry Connick Jr. have recorded it. Harry Belafonte in particular in 1957. The live version changed "I Love You So" to "I Miss You So" and altered the second verse to be explicitly anti-war, showing the song's adaptability. Country and rock artists like Johnny Cash, Elvis Presley, Conway Twitty and Thin Lizzy have covered it. Johnny Cash recorded Danny Boy twice, first on his 1965 album Orange Blossom Special, and again on American 4, The Man Comes Around in 2002. In the later version, recorded near the end of his life, Cash transformed it into a mighty hymn for all of us, revealing its emotional depth. Artists from a wide range of genres including Patti LaBelle and the Bluebells, Carly Simon, Tom Jones, Eva Cassidy, Shane MacGowan, John McCormick, Bill Evans, and even the Muppets have performed the song. The Beatles included a brief snippet of Danny Boy during their famous rooftop concert, with John Lennon singing part of it at the end of One After 909. Irish artists such as Sinead O'Connor have offered moving renditions, with some versions adding extra verses like "But If I Live" and "Should You Die for Ireland," strengthening its association with Irish nationalism. The Mormon Tabernacle Choir performed Danny Boy at the Red Rocks Amphitheatre in Colorado during their Central US tour in 2009. It was also sung by a choir at the 2012 Olympics, highlighting its global and cross-cultural appeal. The enduring influence of Danny Boy is also evident in modern music. The hit song You Raise Me Up, popularised by Josh Groban, has been noted for its strong resemblance to Danny Boy in parts of its melody, showcasing the song's staying power and impact on contemporary compositions. Despite its overwhelming popularity and profound emotional resonance, Danny Boy also elicits a complex love-hate relationship among many people, particularly some Irish individuals. Due to its sheer ubiquity and frequent performance, it has become for some not only an anthem, but also a cliché, leading to voices of dissent from the crowd if a singer takes it upon themselves to belt out one of the most overplayed songs in history of overplayed songs. Yet these same dissenters will willingly join in if the mood strikes and they're feeling particularly homesick, underscoring the deep, often contradictory, emotional connection many have with the song. In conclusion, Danny Boy has traversed a remarkable journey from an enigmatic ancient Irish melody, the Londonderry air, first transcribed by Jane Ross from an unnamed fiddler, to a globally recognised ballad with lyrics penned by an English lawyer, Frederick Weatherly, and brought to prominence by an English opera singer, Elsie Griffin. Its powerful appeal lies in its inherent ambiguity, allowing its themes of departure, loss, love, and the hopeful promise of reunion to resonate across cultures and personal experiences, despite debates over its precise origins and its modern status as both a cherished anthem and sometimes maligned cliché. Danny Boy continues to hold a profound place in the hearts of millions, particularly the Irish diaspora. Its flexibility and direct sincerity touch souls, ensuring that this healing song will remain a timeless expression of deep human emotion, enduring forever, even if we must occasionally part with so much else.
I'll be here in sunshine or in shadow. Oh, Danny boy, I love you so.
Thanks a million for watching the video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to double check there and see if you're subscribed to the channel. If you'd like to see more videos like this, please be sure to subscribe. Hit that like button as well and share your comments down below. As always, here's a huge shout out to our channel members. Here's your names on screen. Thanks very much for all your help and support. I really appreciate it. If you'd like to join them and support the channel a little bit more than just subscribing, hit that join button down below, where you can avail of a few extra perks as well. But look, anyway, that's enough for me. I hope you all have a great day. Slán go fóill. Cheers.